changes in progress has become because of it.
And how a star field hockey player took her talents to another Iowa varsity program.
And big news coming from Hampshire Auditorium, the 2027 Traveling Broadway series has been announced.
All the news, sports, and arts
coming up right now on DITV.
Good morning, live from Iowa City.
It's the first of the month!
Happy May 1st. I'm Camila Muniz.
And I'm Hannah Fideli. And Cami, how have you been feeling about this weather lately?
Well, it does not feel like sunny spring, that's for certain, with all this wind and rain. But I am praying that things will be looking up, but taking a look for the days ahead. Today, we can expect a mix of clouds and sun, as temps will be in the high 50s tonight. It's going to bring down some cooler weather as temps will drop down to the mid-30s with a slight rain shower. And tomorrow, sunshine will appear as temps will be in the low 60s with some rain, but not much to expect.
A University of Iowa student is still fighting for her life, and the community is stepping up to help. A GoFundMe has been launched to support the university student that was shot in the head during the pedestrian mall shooting. Identified as Miranda Peters, family members say she was shot after gunfire broke out during a large fight in downtown Iowa City. She has been in critical condition for more than a week and has already undergone surgery, with more expected. The fundraiser says the money will help cover medical bills and long-term recovery as the community continues to rally around the victims of the April 19th shooting, injuring 5 people.
National data shows Gen Z is shifting away from alcohol consumption. It has decreased 10% in young adults from 2003 to 2021. However, alcohol consumption and bar culture in Iowa City remains strong. Chris Moore, general manager at John's Grocery here in Iowa City, states, quote, "We keep having to create more shelf space for drinks. This trend is warned to be dangerous as the University Department of Health warns one drink a day can increase the risks of breast and colorectal cancer."
The Center for Intellectual Freedom is seeing low enrollment for a $1 million taxpayer-funded project. Ben Murray, a researcher at the Common Sense Institute, was hired to analyze student interest. He states students wouldn't flock to a new center just because it exists. Murray believes enrollment depends heavily on whether the university will take action within these classes. This would be counting the classes towards graduation requirements. However, Murray said it's too early to determine the overall success of the center.
The University of Iowa's DITV Blood Center, along with UI Healthcare's Air Care, will be hosting a blood drive. The drive will be held at the Iowa City Municipal Airport's terminal building from 1 to 5 p.m. on Tuesday, May 19th. This will be part of EMS Week, which celebrates EMS professionals. Those interested in donating should register online at the DITV Blood Center's website or by calling the phone number on the screen. Donors will also be able to check out one of Iowa Healthcare's Air Care helicopters during the event.
And the UI Carver College of Medicine has launched a program to better support UI medical patients that are hard of hearing.
With this program, they strive to educate healthcare professionals to better understand American Sign Language and reduce communication barriers.
There is a 50-to-1 gap between ASL users and interpreters in the medical settings across the U.S. With this program, it is ensuring that deaf patients can clearly communicate with healthcare providers and receive accurate and inclusive care. DI Print reporter Ariel Calder has the full story, and you can find it on the Daily Iowan website. The UI Women's Resource and Action Center is celebrating 55 years of service.
Originally founded in 1971 as the Women's Liberation Front, the center was established in hopes of providing women a safe space to organize around important issues that needed to be addressed on and off campus. Much of the center's work is involved with UI fraternities and sororities, student athletes, both the undergraduate and graduate professional governments, and various student organizations. RAC offers confidential counseling, community empowerment programs, violence prevention training, and the Iowa NEW Leadership Institute for aspiring public servants. DI Print reporter Nailia Elimo has the full story. You can find it on the Daily Iowan website.
Coming up, how an Iowa athlete competed for not one, but 2 varsity sports. The football team lands another talented recruit, and a look into the Diamond Sports' upcoming weekend matchups.
And later, a special look into a new Broadway series release. The Farmers Market is back in a frightening show coming to Hampshire. All that right after the break.
guys, my name is Marshawn Gunn. I graduated from the University of Iowa in December of 2024. Now I'm a reporter at WQAD News 8 here in the Quad Cities, specifically Moline, Illinois. Now, as a reporter here, I pitch ideas, I shoot my own video, I interview people, I edit my videos, I make social media posts, I make articles online. I do a lot, and that's what you're basically signing up for as a local journalist in local markets. And one thing that I've really learned being here is that you have to get to know the people that you're interviewing or talking with, because it's really the connections that are going to make the stories the best for you. So it takes a lot of hard work though. So being at the University of Iowa, shout out DITV, it really helped me learn how to actually interview people and make those personal connections. So yeah, go Hawks.
Welcome back, and thank you for watching or listening online.
So, Cammie, you know, I'm a big fan of the sunshine. I want to be out in the Pentecost tanning. And this cool down has really made it feel like fall, which that's kind of confusing me and my, what is it called, circadian rhythm? Is that correct? I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah.
what can we expect coming up ahead?
Well, Hannah, I hope things will be looking up for this month of May, because looking out onto the Pentecost for the week ahead. Sunday, we see temps in the high 70s, but don't bring out your sunglasses just yet, as skies will be mostly cloudy on Monday. Keep your umbrellas out, as we're expecting thunderstorms, as temps will be in the 80s, so enjoy that sunshine before you get poured on. Tuesday, sadly still showers, but temps will be in the low 60s, with winds up to 20 miles per hour. Wednesday, the rain has finally gone away, but so did the sun, as we can expect mostly cloudy skies, with temperatures in the high 50s. And finally, on Thursday, the sunshine will be peeking in and out, but there will be some clouds, as temps will be in the low 60s.
Well, that's pretty upsetting, but
Yeah.
hey, at least it'll be warmer. But Morgan, what can you tell us? I hear that we have a pretty cool student athlete that's
Yes.
literally doing it all.
Yes, we sure do. And like you said, being a student athlete, it can be definitely a tall task. So that's why, but imagine being a student athlete on top of managing your courses and your personal life, you decide to try a completely new sport. Well, one athlete is doing just that. DITV's Cole Krieger has the story.
Millie Short is a 4-year letter winner, a 2-time second-team All-Big Ten selection, and a former leader on one of the best field hockey programs in the country. But with graduation on the horizon back in the fall and being out of eligibility, it looked as though Millie's career as a Hawkeye was over. But now Millie has substituted her field hockey stick for an oar.
I don't think it's for me. And then throughout the season, we spoke a little bit, and then we decided that we would talk at the end of season because I was meant to graduate and I wasn't really sure what was next for me. And
It all started with a cross-team workout where the field hockey team participated in rowing exercises, in which Millie caught the eyes of the coaching staff immediately.
Right, the per 500 split that she was pulling was like really kind of competitive for somebody that had never rowed before.
Some of the players were like, wow, this is such tough work. Like, I don't know if I can do this. And Millie just completely embraced it, and she thought it was awesome. And the whole time I remember watching her, and she wanted to know how she could go harder and be better.
Just 0.5 of all Division I athletes play multiple varsity sports. That's 1 out of every 200 athletes. And when Millie's former teammates heard that she was going out for rowing, their reaction was priceless.
they think I'm crazy. I think most people think I'm a bit crazy for doing this, but they think it's a cool opportunity that I've had the chance to sort of take by the horns. And
with Millie's pedigree as a leader and with the traits she possesses, Coach Garbett and Coach Salucci both knew that Millie would be a great fit for the rowing team.
From talking to Lisa and the staff for field hockey, like she's like captain of their team. She's all Big Ten. She understands what it takes to win and be successful. So to be able to have somebody who has that experience and background on our team just helps our team get better.
Being a first-year college rower, Millie has been placed in Iowa's 3rd varsity 8 boat, which is for first-year rowers only, which has given Millie the opportunity to be a veteran leader for the younger rowers.
She's in there with some of our, talented young freshman walk-ons, so they're all learning the sport together, but she's, I think, quietly kind of like that senior leader in there.
Possessing traits such as leadership, hard work, and dedication, it's easy to see how Millie Shore can now call herself one of the select few to compete in 2 varsity sports at the collegiate level. From the Iowa River, across from the Beckwith Boathouse, Cole Krieger, DITV Sports.
And yesterday, it was announced that the Iowa football team landed another recruit to their future quarterback room. 2027 three-star quarterback Braden Santibanez announced on social media yesterday that he's committed to the Hawkeyes. Santibanez stands at 6'3" and is from Collierville, Tennessee. The three-star chose Iowa over Maryland, North Carolina, and Kansas State. Santibanez's commitment marks the 9th 2027 commit for the Hawks. And after getting swept by the Nebraska Cornhuskers last weekend, the Iowa softball team came back to Bob Pearl Field for redemption. They took on the Northern Illinois Huskies, who sat at a similar record to them. This game was a crucial one for Iowa's standings in the Big Ten as they sit right at the cusp of making the Big Ten tournament. I attended the game and have the full breakdown on how things went down. Let's check it out. Fans bundled into Bob Pearl Field to watch the Iowa softball team look for a bounce-back win against Northern Illinois.
So we really wanted to use this game to build our confidence up, get our bats hot, and get ready to go into this next weekend.
The Hawkeyes got things started off in the second inning with an RBI single from Phoenix Silva. But in the third inning was when the Hawks really heated up, scoring 6 runs, including a almost-to-be grand slam, despite a rare mistake in rule enforcement. With Iowa up 7-0, Northern Illinois was able to tag on 2 runs in the 6th. But it didn't matter as the Hawks were able to close things out with an RBI double from Brianna Johnson, who sealed the 10-2 run rule victory. For head coach Stacey May Johnson, her walk-off double is no surprise.
Well, she's had 3 walk-offs this year, so at some point it's just not a coincidence anymore.
The Hawkeyes will use this win to put them in the right foot in their weekend series against Purdue.
It was good to get back out here, and take care of somebody, take care of business, run rule win, get some confidence going into the weekend.
The Iowa softball team will face their final conference series against Purdue this weekend. The Boilermakers enter the series with a 32-18 overall record and 9-12 in conference play. Like the Hawkeyes, they are coming off a 3-loss weekend against Northwestern. After talking to head coach Stacey May Johnson, the Hawks' biggest focus is securing the Friday win to set them up for a successful weekend. With tournament season approaching, the top 12 teams clinch a spot in the Big Ten tournament. The Hawks are currently tied for the last spot with the Minnesota Gophers, so a winning series is crucial for Iowa. Action will begin on Friday at 6 p.m. And the Iowa baseball team is coming off a tough loss to Illinois State on Tuesday night, where they lost 13-6, but look to bounce back this weekend versus Illinois. Iowa will be back at Dwayne Banks Field this weekend for a 3-game weekend series versus their Big Ten foe. The Hawkeyes have won 5 out of their last 6 Big Ten Conference games dating back to April 17th versus Maryland. First pitch for tonight's game is set for 6:02 p.m. And for Iowa's 11 seniors, this will mark their final home series with Senior Day being held on Sunday. And big news as of late last night in Iowa wrestling as sophomore wrestler Kale Peterson has entered the transfer portal. Peterson, who is originally from Rockwell, Iowa, spent the last 3 years wrestling at the 133 and 141 weight class, but never got a true chance in the starting lineup. Peterson will transfer out with 2 years of eligibility remaining. And today marks the start of the Big Ten Golf Tournament, a 3-day event starting today at 11:30. All 18 Big Ten schools will travel to North Plains, Oregon at Pumpkin Ridge Golf Course. Each Hawkeye will play a full round each of the 3 days for a total of 54 holes. You can follow the action on Big Ten Plus or on the Hawkeye Sports page.
Well, Morgan, that certainly was a lot of news in sports this week.
There's a lot going on.
But I know that Grace has something with us.
Sure.
I know there was a big thing announced, so let's just send it over to Grace.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to our second to last vibe of the semester. I'm Grace Lathrop, and I'm looking forward to bringing you more arts, culture, and good vibes ahead. And to start off strong yesterday, Hampshire announced their 2027 Traveling Broadway series. Next year, fans can expect to see 5 fantastic performances take the stage. Starting off with A Beautiful Noise, the Neil Diamond musical, from January 29th through the 31st. Next up is Six, the popular musical telling the story of King Henry's 6 wives, from February 16th through the 20th. Shucked will also be taking the stage, bringing more corn to Iowa from March 25th through the 27th. And lastly, The Wiz will cap off the series from April 30th all the way to May 2nd. And fans can also choose to add on a performance, as Hampshire is excited to welcome singer and actor Audra McDonald, best known for her role in the Gilded Age and Disney's live-action Beauty and the Beast. Subscriptions to the Broadway series go on sale June 8th at 10 a.m. So mark your calendars and don't miss out on this incredible lineup for next year. And Iowa City celebrated its 3-day Filmmakers Festival, now in its 21st production. DITV's Ansha Kagura has the full story on why it has become an important opportunity for students here at the university.
The Iowa City International Documentary Film Festival, also known as IC Docs, features a range of nonfiction and experimental films. Over the years, these films have continued to push boundaries and build a strong reputation in Iowa City. This festival provides students with hands-on experience in film programming, production, and festival operations. Filmmakers such as jurors Anna Hogg and Jean-Jacques Martineau shared their knowledge with students and gave advice to future filmists. The social media team played a major role in bringing in more excited and engaged audience this year.
This year we started a TikTok page, which is really new and exciting. We got some awesome engagement on our TikTok so far. Our Instagram views, I think we're at 100,000 views. So we've gotten some awesome engagement from the community.
UI professor Laura Geedy and Jacob Kessler have been promoting IC Docs in their classes, even leading to a course dedicated to help run the festival, taught by Laura Geedy herself. These classes have created an open and engaging environment that students have responded to positively as they participate in this 3-day event.
I just asked a lot of questions in class about what team does what.
Many felt a sense of pride in seeing the names of their classmates and former teaching assistants featured in the festival.
I had a good time seeing classmates and people I knew on screen and behind the camera. I saw their names in the credits a lot.
As the 21st edition comes to a close, IC Docs continues to grow as a platform for students' creativity and professional experience. From Adler Journalism and Mass Communication Building, Ansha Kagura, DITV.
And if you're looking for something to do this weekend, Iowa City has got you covered. The Iowa City Farmers Market is back in full swing tomorrow from 7 a.m. to noon in the Chauncey Swan parking lot, which is just in front of City Hall. There will be dozens of local vendors selling a variety of handmade and baked goods, live music, and food trucks, perfect for a fun Saturday morning in the Iowa sunshine. If you cannot make it this Saturday, don't worry. The market will be open every Saturday through October 31st. DITV's Kenna Mertes will be there this weekend to give us the full story on the grand reopening on Monday. And Beetlejuice will be coming to the Hampshire stage starting tonight. Beetlejuice, the musical, is a spin-off of the classic Tim Burton film and has been nominated for 8 Tonys. Known for its wild set design, this show-stopping musical will be at Hampshire all weekend long. But hurry and go to the Hampshire website now because tickets are almost sold out. Student ticket prices are available, so take advantage of this frightening good deal. Go to hampshire.uiowa.edu for more details. And for our Feel Good Friday story of the week, Disney is not shying away from their mission on creating an inclusive environment for all viewers. For over 4 years, the company has been creating a special segment called Songs in Sign Language. The project was in collaboration with the Deaf West Theater and features songs from hit movies like Frozen, Moana, and Encanto, and the series can now be streamed on Disney+. Well, thank you so much for joining me on another segment of The Vibe. I will see you one more time next Friday to cap off the semester, but for now, I'm Grace Lathrop, and I'll send it back to you guys at the desk.
Oh, thank you, Grace. I feel good this Friday. But so I do know down here on Earth, especially in Iowa, the weather can be a little all over the place.
I do see that, but why did you say down here on Earth?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because May 1st is also known as National Space Day. But just for fun, some weather conditions you should expect for the upcoming days ahead. Outer space is actually relatively calm with no significant solar storms. So good news is we won't have any meteor showers. Thank you for joining us online or listening on KRUI 89.7 FM.
We're here live from Iowa City every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8:30 a.m. and online anytime at dailyiowans.com.
For all of us here, thank you, and we will see you Monday morning right here on DITV.